Good day, my name is Leander Reiters. I'm from the National Cleaner Production Center of South Africa, and I'm happy to be here today to talk about how SMEs can be supported through resource efficiency and cleaner production. The National Cleaner Production Center of South Africa, or the Ncpc, is a program of the Department of Trade and Industry and Competition. This program aims at supporting industries to improve their competitiveness through resource efficient and cleaner production methodologies. We do this primarily by engaging with companies or businesses in the manufacturing sector and supporting them with addressing resource consumption issues like energy, water, as well as materials and waste. The Ncpc has been in existence for more than 15 years with the support of the national government through the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, as well as international funders and donor organizations like the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, as well as the United Nations Environment Program. The mandate of the Ncpc is to support SMEs. We do this through engaging with sectors, and we do this through engaging sectors in a value chain manner. That helps us to not just support big manufacturing businesses, but also to support those businesses like SMEs that supply these bigger businesses. We do this through a number of our support programs and projects that we've been running in the Ncpc. That includes projects like the Industrial Energy Efficiency Project, as well as our Industrial Symbiosis Program and our Industrial Water Efficiency Project. Industrial symbiosis is a methodology that looks at reducing waste from landfills, but also it's a process of sharing waste and allowing businesses to create synergies by sharing waste from one business that can be used as an input material in another business. This is exactly the type of area where SMEs can be supported. We've seen in a number of projects and initiatives that through our Industrial Symbiosis Program, SMEs were supported to make use of waste materials from other businesses that they can use as input materials or to design or make new products. And that allows for the recycling as well as the repurposing and the reuse of waste that otherwise would have ended up in our landfill sites. The support of the Ncpc does extend beyond the main economic hubs of South Africa. Although we do focus on the key manufacturing sectors and the manufacturing hubs in many of the big metropolitan areas, we do support businesses in smaller areas or smaller towns and smaller economic areas. We do look at how businesses are clustered in certain areas, and we often find that in industrial parks in smaller towns where there is a cluster of businesses, that gives us a good opportunity to engage with a group of businesses that operates in the same area and that most often sits with the same resource challenges. That allows us to reach more businesses, but this is also an opportunity for us to get a sense of what are the trends in these smaller areas and also what are the economic trends with regards to certain sectors. When we focus on certain sectors, it does not limit us to a specific geographical area, because we do understand that suppliers for certain sectors could be anywhere in the country. So we try to make sure that when we do engage in an area that might be smaller than your normal industrial economic main hubs, that there is a critical mass of businesses that we engage with. And that means that we can then even service smaller businesses or smaller companies just as effectively as we would with bigger businesses. So what is resource efficient and cleaner production, or RECP? RECP is a continuous process that is a preventative strategy that assists businesses with their products and their processes to ensure that there is environmental as well as economic efficiency in their businesses. To have a much better understanding of what this process entails, please take a look and listen to this video that gives you a much more detailed explanation of what RECP is all about.
The National Cleaner Production Centre South Africa aims to empower industry through this instructional video series. Resource Efficient and Cleaner Production, or RECP, offers a range of preventative strategies and methodologies which, when applied continuously to products, processes and services, will increase efficiency and reduce resource use. Resource efficient and cleaner production is about doing more with less. It's also a simple way of proactively preventing waste as opposed to trying to recycle, recover, or treat waste and pollutants once they're created. The approach firstly targets the low-hanging fruits, opportunities that don't require extensive capital investment. This creates quick wins that can be realized by the company to build confidence that the concept works and create buy-in from key decision makers to commit the required resources and budgets for more capital-intensive options. To get a business started on implementing RECP, there are a number of simple and low or no cost interventions. Identifying human behaviors that can be changed through awareness raising, like switching off lights and equipment when it's not needed, switching off running compressors, cooling towers or steam systems that are running even when a plant is closed, using dry sweeping or high pressure spray instead of washing with running water and open-ended hose pipes. These interventions can be as simple as showing employees the benefits of shutting off a switch or a series of switches. Then there are, of course, opportunities for process and technological improvements. Interrogate the process operation. This stage should be undertaken with someone who has a good understanding of the process and has the authority to request changes. The trick here is to ask why. Why, and again why. This interrogative approach starts testing the broader understanding of why production processes are being done in a particular manner, but is still targeting the way the process is being run and how it compares to other similar processes and industries. These are typically opportunities that may require some minor adjustments or low to medium cost interventions to achieve the change. Very often, these can be incorporated into the maintenance budget costs: valves, drive belts, water or air or steam leaks, steam or compressor pressure optimization, etc. The next step would be technology changes. These options typically involve capital investment. This requires an intense understanding of the process and current budget constraints. Any investigation needs to be supported with an appropriate business case. This is required to ensure success for securing the required capital. Ideally, these options should be considered once the behavioral and process operation opportunities have been addressed. This ensures we design for end user need and not for system inefficiencies. The Ncpc-Sa's early assessment of an industrial and household chemical manufacturing plant is a great example to show the effectiveness of RECP. Once the company's production process was assessed, it was identified that the final product filling line was not controlled or accurately measured. The filling of the containers was done manually by visual inspection. Depending on the operator, this resulted in either over or underfilling. When this process step was assessed, it was calculated that on average, overfilling exceeded 10%. When analyzed in more detail, this translated into a loss of product and revenue amounting to 1 month's production output. The two solution options for this challenge that were proposed were: purchase a balance to weigh the dispensed amount, or modify the current dispensing system to allow the required quantity to be discharged into the packaging containers. Both solutions presented relatively low-cost options to the company. Having a spare balance on-site proved the most cost-effective option and was subsequently adopted. The result? Product, time, and financial savings, as well as improved output efficiencies. Resource-efficient and cleaner production improves production efficiency, profitability, and environmental compliance. It represents a win-win strategy for industries, the environment, and surrounding communities. Also, it's easier than you may think. Watch the RCP assessment process video to find out how to implement the first steps of RCP. The National Cleaner Production Centre South Africa is a program of the Department of Trade and Industry, hosted at the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. For more information, visit www.ncpc.co.za.
As I indicated earlier, Industrial Symbiosis is another program and initiative of the Ncpc. Through the IS program, we support SMEs to find opportunities to get resources that would otherwise be waste for other companies and apply that in their own business as raw input materials. The reason why this is very successful for SMEs is because we know that this is an area, especially with raw materials and input materials, is an area where SMEs often struggle with, and it's often a barrier for them to scale up their business and to scale up their production in order to be more competitive in the sector that they operate in. Through industrial symbiosis synergies, where businesses are connected with one another to have a synergy between what they have and what they can give away and what another company needs, that will help SMEs to build networks with businesses that can support them, or that they can build a network to grow their businesses and also expand their markets. The next video gives more inputs and more ideas around how industrial symbiosis can support SMEs and how the Ncpc has been doing this in South Africa.
The National Cleaner Production Centre South Africa aims to empower industry through this instructional video series. Industrial symbiosis is a resource efficiency approach where unused or residual resources such as materials, energy, water, assets, logistics, or expertise of one company are used by another. This results in mutual economic, social, and environmental benefits. Instead of being thrown away or destroyed, surplus resources generated by an industrial process are captured, then redirected for use as input material into another process by one or more other companies, providing a mutual benefit or symbiosis. You could say that industrial symbiosis moves resources up the waste hierarchy. Recovering and redirecting resources for reuse results in resources remaining productive in the economy for longer. This in turn creates business opportunities, reduces demands on natural resources, and provides a stepping stone towards creating a circular economy. Industrial symbiosis is implemented by companies to gain improved revenue and profits by saving on the treatment and disposal costs by transferring the waste or byproducts to another industry. Improved resource productivity and competitiveness by reducing the use of virgin materials and the cost of disposal and inputs. Reduced industrial pollution by reusing waste products and byproducts. Reduce risk through diversification. By sourcing inputs from non-traditional sources, businesses build alternative supply chains, making the business more resilient. And increased innovation. Cross-sector engagement and exposure to different techniques and processes stimulates new ways of thinking. So how do you do industrial symbiosis in your company? Step 1. Start by collecting data. It is important to understand how your company uses resources, why and where resources are used inefficiently, and how to reduce your disposal and other costs. Step 2. Systematically map your business processes. to identify resources available for industrial symbiosis. Step 3. Quantify your resources. Small quantities or resources used infrequently may not present very good opportunities, whereas large quantities used on a regular basis could. Resources that cost a lot of money are obviously important to consider. Step 4. Prioritize opportunities and identify synergies. Decide which resources that you have that would be beneficial to offer for exchange and what resources you want to source during a symbiosis process. Resources with high unit costs, high quantities, low specifications, regular supply are more likely to form an excellent basis for business opportunities. To proceed with synergy progression, contact the Ncpc-Sa ISP facilitators to get you in touch with who has what you want or who wants what you have. The facilitators will assist you in how you can do an exchange, how you can register on the Ncpc-Sa database, and where you can go. Overall, industrial symbiosis promotes economic growth while at the same time it generates environmental and social benefits. Implementation of industrial symbiosis holds huge potential to unlock powerful mechanisms that foster sustainable development. Check out the other Ncpc-Sa Toolkit videos for guidance on how to improve specific energy systems and how to implement resource-efficient and cleaner production in your organization. The National Cleaner Production Centre South Africa is a program of the Department of Trade and Industry, hosted at the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. For more information, visit www.ncpc.co.za.
Yes, no, it is quite fascinating. There's a lot of opportunities it creates for SMEs to really establish themselves and to grow. What we do find now in South Africa is that there is a particular need for us now to assist SMEs to adopt new business models. And when a business model is more focused on sustainability, there's more opportunities that that can be opened up for them as SMEs. What now happens is a lot of our SMEs are dependent on getting work or getting opportunities from established businesses. But when you have a business model that is sustainably focused, you can actually create innovation, and that's what we want SMEs to do. So we need to take them to the next step. We've created this network, and we need to develop it a bit more, but we need to now go to the next step. As you've seen from the video, the National Cleaner Production Centre is working with a number of provincial governments on industrial symbiosis in the country. We endeavour to roll this out to more provincial governments, and we currently have programs operating in a number of provinces that have provided a lot of support for the program and SMEs in the provinces. We want to encourage SMEs to make sure that they know what is happening in their provinces with regards to industrial symbiosis, and they can contact the Ncpc to put them in contact with officials from provincial governments that can support them. Currently, we are working closely with Gauteng provincial government, KwaZulu-Natal, as well as with Mpumalanga and the Limpopo provincial governments on industrial symbiosis. Green innovation for SMEs is a very important topic at the moment. We also refer to eco-innovation as green innovation, and this is a concept that is developing and that is growing amongst SMEs worldwide, where SMEs understand the opportunity to apply innovative ideas in their business models as well as in the design of their products in order to reach new markets and to improve their competitiveness. This is important because it allows SMEs to look at what the market might need and in an innovative manner come up with designs or with product ideas or business models that can establish them in the sector or in the market, and allow them to reach more businesses and more customers to grow their business. The NCPC is involved in a number of projects that supports the development of eco-innovative business models. We're doing this at the moment in the textile sector. We're also doing this in the chemical sector through our green chemicals project, and we're also supporting this for our industrial symbiosis program. The idea for big businesses or even for SMEs is to use eco-designing so that they can reduce the amount of waste, and that the products that they make can be upcycled easier. So that's why eco-designing is critical, because if you design a product that can be reused and repurposed easily, it will less likely end up in the landfill. It's usually the case that happens. People think, oh no, this is not for me. This is for someone that has, large equipment and have $1 million worth of equipment and technology. But then it's usually just the idea, and having some hand equipment, etc. What we found with industrial symbiosis is that there are many opportunities for different sizes of SMEs to participate in. There can be literally opportunities in any type of waste that is available or that you have access to. We've seen that in specifically areas where there's wood waste, where there's plastic waste, where there's metal waste. Those types of waste are easily used in other processes and are also requested more often because it can be applied in existing processes, and it can easily be converted into raw material and input material. If you do have any waste that you feel can be used by someone else, please do not hesitate to contact us. You can reach our project managers on industrial symbiosis. You can get their details on our website, and they'll be able to put you in contact with businesses and SMEs that also have requirements for certain types of waste. That is how we make matches, and that is how we establish synergies between different businesses that have waste and those that want waste, that we can connect each other with. Some of the industrial symbiosis program clients of the NCPC have also gone on to become part of the global clean tech innovation program that is funded and operated by UNIDO in South Africa in partnership with the Technology Innovation Agency. The NCPC have supported the program over the years in its existence, and a number of SMEs have participated in the program to commercialize their business ideas and the new eco-innovative business concepts that they've developed to improve the environment and to make the products and the working environment more sustainable. The Ncpc has an extensive training and capacity building program. We offer training in the areas of industrial energy efficiency, as well as resource efficient and cleaner production and life cycle management. Our training program has a number of dates for all of the training that takes place in our programs and also on our training department. The training is currently offered online because of the COVID-19 pandemic that have really forced us to do our training online and not face-to-face anymore. Our training covers introductory training as well as expert level training. All of our training dates and the calendar for training events is on our website, and anyone who is interested on attending any of the training can contact our training department on the contact details on our website, and you will be able to see all of the training that will happen on the calendar that has been published on our NCPC website. Moving our training online has provided us with the opportunity to reach a lot more SMEs and a lot more participants that could previously not attend the training for various reasons. This gives also an opportunity for participants to engage with a lot of different individuals or with our training providers and the trainers on an ongoing basis, but this allows people to also get the material and the training opportunity that they might not have had in a normal circumstance. Despite the challenge that COVID-19 has caused for many businesses and particularly SMEs, the resource challenges as well as access to opportunities has been significantly lower for SMEs over this period of time. There's also opportunity for businesses and SMEs particularly to adopt eco-innovative business models, to adopt business models that takes into consideration sustainability practices as well as reducing of water usage, energy usage and materials and waste. This can be done by applying innovative ideas and innovative concepts that in normal cases or normal circumstances would not have been applied. So there's a great opportunity for SMEs to break barriers and to really expand their visions to not just focus on opportunities that's local but even global. And that can be done through adopting eco-innovative business models. That can be done by applying sustainability principles and adopting a business model that can incorporate a lot more sustainable practices on the products, on the processes, as well as the networks that they develop. Thank you very much for having me, and we look forward to hearing from you. Please feel free to contact us at any time on our social media contacts as well as via our email, and we will have someone standing ready to make contact with you and respond to your email. Thank you.